Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alisha, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Maybe. Let's get to your first question this week. First question this week comes from Alisha Egorova. Hi Alisha. Alisha says, hey Alisha, could you explain, can we translate figure out as understand? Nice question. The short answer is no. We cannot translate figure out as understand. To figure something out or to figure out something means to solve. So it's like when you have a challenge or a puzzle, something that requires a little bit of digging, a little bit of research, like you need to solve a mystery kind of thing. That's when we use to figure out. So you might say, for example, I figured out the password on my mom's computer. That means you had to try a bunch of wrong passwords, probably a bunch of incorrect passwords to get the correct one, right? So to figure something out means like to solve something, like a puzzle. To understand, on the other hand, doesn't relate to trying to solve a mystery or trying to research lots of information to find the end of the puzzle or something like that. Rather, when we understand something, it's because we have been learning something over time, usually. So you can maybe understand something you learned in class that day, or maybe you understand something after you watch this video. So to understand something doesn't have the same feeling of trying to solve a puzzle as figure out does. And when we understand something, we can grasp it 100% in our heads. We can say, oh, I understand that conversation. Or I understand his point of view, right? So over time, you get to know another person or you get to know a subject, for example, and gradually you learn that thing and then you know lots about those things and you can say, I understand that, or I understand this subject. When we say figure something out, it sounds like we're solving a puzzle or there's a mystery, something that's kind of unsure and we need to kind of get to the bottom of this. We need to be detectives, kind of. So that's the feeling with to figure out. To understand doesn't have that same feeling of like looking for clues and trying to find hints and things like that. It's more like a gradual learning process or trying to see things from another person's point of view. So I hope that this helps you understand the differences between to figure out and to understand. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Constantine. Hi, Constantine. Constantine says, hi, Alisha. Please tell me about the expressions, here we go and there you go. What's the difference? In what situations can I use them? Thanks a lot. Okay, sure. Here you go versus there you go. Great. So when we give someone something and we want to be kind of friendly and casual about it, we usually say, here you go. So you might hear this at a restaurant where the staff is very friendly with you. They bring your food, they say, here you go, here's your sandwich. Or when you're at home and someone brings you something you need, like a glass of water, they might say, here you go, here's your water. It's like saying, this is yours, right? Or this is for you. It's a very casual and friendly way to say, this is yours, please take it. In other words, here you go. You might also hear this at like a movie theater or at some kind of tourist attraction where you have to buy tickets, yeah? They might say, here you go, which means these are yours, please take these things. So these are the situations in which we typically use here you go. So there you go, on the other hand, is used in slightly different situations. Typically, we use there you go when someone understands something after trying to learn about it or trying to kind of, gain knowledge about the material. So for example, if someone is asking lots of questions about a subject and they're getting close to kind of understanding what you're talking about, and then finally it's clear, they get it, they understand. You might say, there you go, that's it. So that there you go is kind of like a supportive way to say, yes, you got it, you understand now. So you might hear there you go in like learning situations from time to time. Another situation you might hear this there you go in is when you're learning how to do something, like when you're riding a bike, for example. If you're parent is teaching you how to ride a bike or someone is teaching you how to ride a bike and you're struggling, but finally you get it, they might say, there you go, you got it. So these are kind of situations in which one person wants to give you lots of encouragement and sound very positive and very supportive of your efforts as you try to learn how to do something. So they are quite different, but they are both very positive and very friendly expressions. So here you go is used to mean this is yours, take it, go for it in a very friendly way. And there you go is used to mean, yes, you got it, you understand, and I support you. So they're both very positive phrases. I hope that this helped you understand the differences. Thanks very much for for sending the question along. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Michelle says, what are the differences between follow up with a hyphen, follow up, no hyphen, and follow up? No space between the two. How do I use them in a sentence? Thanks, Alisha. Super great question. I love that you're thinking about these tiny little details. So first and foremost, there's no such thing, or we should not use, the dictionary does not approve of, follow up with no space between follow and up. Follow hyphen up is used as a noun and as an adjective. Follow space up is used as a verb. So they are different in terms of part of speech. So don't worry about the third one there. Don't worry about follow up as one word. Let's just talk about these two parts of speech, or these two, I suppose, three parts of speech. So when we say follow hyphen up as a noun, you can say like, let's have a follow-up tomorrow, which sounds like follow-up meeting. It sounds like a short way to say a follow-up meeting. So sometimes it's used as a noun in this way, just a standalone noun, like I want to have a follow-up with you later. A doctor might say that, like let's schedule a follow-up for next week, which means a follow-up check-in. So follow-up often kind of stands in just as a noun on its own in this way. We can also use it as an adjective, as I just described, like let's have a follow-up meeting, or let's have a follow-up check-in later. Something like that where follow-up precedes a noun, it's used as an adjective, which means I want to kind of do the same thing, do the same check, and just sort of check in with you and see how we're going. So that's what a follow-up is, as a noun and as an adjective. On the other hand, when we use it with a space in between the words, no hyphen, it takes the verb form. So to follow up. Like for example, we followed up with the clients this morning. Or, hey, do you have some time to follow up later? So these use the same expression just as a verb. So that's the only difference between follow hyphen up and follow space up. And just forget about follow up with no space in it. According to the dictionary, these two are the only ones that you need to worry about. So I hope that this answers your question. Thanks so much for sending along this really detailed one. I love that. Okay, that is everything that I have for this week. Thank you, as always, for sending your great questions. Remember, you can send them to me at englishclass101.com/Alisha. Of course, I know that's a very long URL, so please check the link in the description where you can find the official question submission page. Please send me your questions to the official question submission page. Don't send them on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or I don't know where else you send them. There are too many comments. I just cannot see them all. So please send them to the official page. I will definitely see your question there, and maybe I'll choose to answer it in this series. So thanks so much for watching. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, check us out at englishclass101.com for some other things that can help you with your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this week's episode of Ask Alisha, and I will see you again next time. Bye.